Welcome back, everybody. This is Shannon BR, broadcasting from the home of Down Squad Racing here at the Mullet River Sprint Track, where we're trying to answer the question of what happens when you put something that's about 1,700 pounds on the same course as something that's about 3,500 pounds. That's right, this is F1 versus Station Wagons Group 4. We're just past the halfway point of round 1. So far, we got 6 wagons moving on, 4 F1 cars moving on. Let's meet our drivers for today. First up, we got one half of our Take Team champions. Skull driving the wagon, Num driving the F1 car. This is Numbskull Racing. Next up, we got Bolo Brown racing with Bolo Brown in the F1 car and Black Rhino in that jacked up station wagon. Next up, we got Rust Belt racing with... Wait a minute. Y'all see that bunny too, right? That's not just me? It is? That's real? Okay, here we go. Barbie in the station wagon, Skipper in the F1 car. Same rules as always. Top 3 will advance. First place gets to bring their teammate whether they finish in the top 3 or not. Tiebreakers are settled by team points. Still thinking about that big giant bunny head and a couple jacked up wagons. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle the track. Either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. Here we go. Let's take a look at your lap 1 grid. Skipper and Skull will be in the front row. Black Rhino and Bolo Brown in the next row. Row 3 will be Num and Barbie. This is going to be an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your seats. Skipper is in pole position with that big giant bunny head. I'm just interested to see how it does with the balance. Heads on down to the carousel, taking the lead. Skipper with the hole shot heads down to the hard left, and we got Mayhem right behind her. Skipper through Champs will take the lap. Skipper is the only one to finish that lap. That's 5 different cars that did not finish, and all 3 wagons have flipped. Let's see what happens. Skipper takes him down to the carousel, gets a nice lead. She takes him down the hill. Skull and Rhino both go into the hard left, and that's where Skull and Rhino both flip. Skipper flips going into the Hang 10 corner, and they all just come to a sliding stop in Champs. 5 cars do not finish. That is one heck of a good head start for Skipper in points. Your finishing order. Skipper. That's it. Let's head on over to the grid for lap 2. Skull and Bolo Brown will be in the front row. Skipper and Barbie will be in the middle. Black Rhino and Num in row 3. Right now, it's Skipper with a 6-point lead over everybody. Everybody's set to go. That is Skull in the pole position. Takes him on down to the carousel. Gets a hole shot heading to the hard left. That is Barbie behind him catching up to him, but just can't pass him. That is Skull. Here's your replay. Heading on down to the carousel. Coming out of the carousel, you're going to see Bolo Brown just get a little bit of blocking going on. And when he moves to the outside, that is just going to clear the path for Barbie to make a double pass. Single file through the Phil Collins corner in Champs. Your finishing order is Skull, Barbie, Bolo Brown, Skipper, Rhino, and Num. Wow, check this out. Barbie actually grinds across the finish line on the side of the track. Here is lap 3 grid. Bolo Brown and Barbie up front, Skull and Num in the middle, Skipper and Rhino in the back. Right now, Skipper is your leader with 9 points. Skull's in second right now with 6. Here we go with lap 3. Bolo's in pole position, but that's Barbie getting a good lead. Tries to take the pole, loses it going down the hill. That is Bolo Brown through Champ's corner and takes the lap with Team Numbskull right behind him. We also have a double DNF in Champ's corner. That looks like Skipper getting stuck behind a flipped over Rhino. Let's see what happened here. Barbie's going to get a great start heading down to the carousel. And then that's Bolo Brown shoving Barbie right off the track. Barbie tried to cut down with the block. Bolo Brown got underneath that wagon and just shoved her right off the track. When you're driving those wagons, you definitely got to be aware of the fins of those F1 cars. Black Rhino flips it going to the hard left, slides on his top. Skipper just can't get around Black Rhino. They just stop down in Champs. Your finishing order is Bolo Brown, then Num, then Skull. Bolo Brown might have a great strategy just having Black Rhino take out the other cars while he piles up points. We'll see if that works. Next, Barbie and Num will be in the front round. Bolo Brown and Black Rhino in row 2. Skull and Skipper in row 3. Right now, Bolo Brown and Skull are tied for your lead. Skipper falls all the way back after that early lead. Here is Barbie on your pole, takes him down to the carousel, gets the hole shot, but Num is right behind her. Going through the carousel, and it's Barbie, then Num for lap 4. That was a quick lap. We're going to have to check out the replay here. Barbie just takes off. gets a great start, goes around the carousel, heads down, gets that hole shot. Bolo Brown gets a little sideways and Skull just slips right through. Black Rhino flips into hard left, and that's Bolo Brown back there who gets off the track as well. Saves it, makes it all the way to the finish line. Your finishing order is Barbie, Numb, Skull, Skipper, and then Bolo Brown. Let's head to the grid for lap 5. Numb and Black Rhino will be in the front. Skull is your current leader with 14 points. Bolo Brown and Skipper tied with 12 points right behind them. Barbie and Numb tied with 11 points. Here is Numb in the pole position, taking him on down to the carousel. Barbie passes Rhino for second, challenges Numb in the hang 10 corner right behind him, but Numb's going to hold on for that lap 5 win. Of course, Black Rhino is upside down blocking Skull, and that is Barbie right behind him in Champ's corner off the track. Bolo Brown is yet to be seen. Let's see what happened here. Something happened to Skipper at the start. Skull right behind her. Everybody else gets a little sideways coming down that hill. It looks like a slow motion here is not working, but this is where Black Rhino flips it in the hang 10 corner. Bolo Brown gets the unlucky spot behind his own partner. Can't make it through the Phil Collins corner. Hanging onto that cliff for his life, almost takes the drop. Your finishing order for lap 5 was Numb, and then Barbie, and a quadruple DNF. This is going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. We have 1 lap left. Lap 6 grid coming your way. Black Rhino and Skipper up front. Numb is your points leader with 17. Barbie right behind him with 16. Skull with 14. And then we have a tie for 4th between Bolo Brown and Skipper. And they are both in striking distance of making the top 3. And look who's in pole position. That's Black Rhino. Everyone's got a race for their lives. Skipper leads him through the carousel, spins around. Skull gets by, takes the lead, heading through Phil Collins' corner and Champs. Skull takes lap 6 with Skipper right behind him and Numb right behind her. Of course, that's Black Rhino upside down, blocking both Barbie and his own partner, Bolo Brown. It's going to be close to see who goes on to the next round. Here's the replay. Black Rhino gets a good start. Skipper gets a little bit better of a start, heads around that carousel, and Skipper just spins it. And that is where Skipper just takes out Black Rhino and somehow pulls off the maneuver, turns around again, and takes second, leaving Black Rhino just to get in everybody's way. Numb got lucky to get around and take third. Of course, Skull taking first. That's going to put Skull into the next round. We're going to have to go to the points here to see who else makes it. It's going to be close. Numb takes it with 21 points. Skull's going to move on with 20 points. Skipper moves on with 16 points. Barbie misses it by 1. Heartbreak by your own partner. Bolo Brown came into this with a good strategy, but unfortunately just got blocked by his own wrecking ball a couple too many times. Unfortunately, now they are eliminated. Here are the team points. Numbskull Racing with 41 points. Rust Belt Racing 33 points. Bolo Brown Racing with 14 points. The finish clock really wasn't working today, so we did not do a fastest lap, but congratulations to Numb, Skull, and Skipper for moving on. Big props over to Monster Motorsports. They just got done with the race of the rising sun. Man, that was awesome. If you guys get a chance, head on over to their YouTube channel, watch the entire thing. But for us here at Down Squad Racing, thank you, and we're going to see you next time for Group 5.